What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and welcome to another episode of Top 5 Paint Jobs. Actually, this episode is Top 10 Paint Jobs, and today we are only going to be looking at Prizefighter paint jobs, because since the Prizefighter has been out, I have gotten so many submissions with this weapon, because, well, everyone has it, and it's really interesting to see all of these things that people have created. So, this week's episode is going to be the top 10 Prizefighter paint jobs in Black Ops 3. So I've never actually done a top 10 episode. Normally they're top 5, but if you guys like what you see here and you want to see more top 10s, all you got to do to show me is leave a like rating. The more likes this gets, the more likely I am to do more top 10s. I don't know if I will for sure, but if this video gets a lot of likes and you guys want to see that, then for sure. Also, guys, if you would like to submit your paint jobs or emblems, the best way to do so is send them to me on Twitter. My Twitter link is down in the description, or you can just tweet it at Inkslasher. Also, I'm really looking forward to seeing some new paint jobs on the new weapons, so if you have anything for the Ace of Spades or the Path of Swords, be sure to send them in. I'm really interested to see what they look like. So we've got a ton of paint jobs to look at this week, and overall they're all extremely well executed with incredibly great use of space, and you'll see what I mean by that as we go through the different paint jobs. But without further ado, let's get into it and look at the top 10 Prizefighter paint jobs. So, coming in at number 10, we've got one by Isaiah. Now, I do have to preface this by saying I did get a lot of paint jobs that were repeats of each other. I don't know the first person to create them, but what I tried to do is take whichever one was the first one I got sent in of that type. So this one here is a bullet bill, and the reason why I like this one so much isn't necessarily because it's difficult to make or extremely hard to make for that matter. It's just because it's an incredibly good use of space. The Prizefighters are kind of shaped kind of like bullet bills, so to see someone see that and create a bullet bill paint job is absolutely fantastic. And coming in at number 9, we've got one by Chaos Knight. Now this one is just really cool. He made the boxing gloves look more real. He put a logo on them, and it's Everlast. If you didn't know what Everlast is, it's basically a fitness company kind of centering around boxing, and these actually kind of look like what these boxing gloves look like in real life, as you can see here, and I thought that was really, really cool. Coming in at number 8 is one by Death Skillet, which sounds like the most hardcore breakfast in the world, but this is the gold hex right here. Now, this is really simple. All he did is take the red hex camo and throw something gold on it and created a paint job out of it, making it so we can actually use it in multiplayer, and I think this is incredibly well done. Actually, a lot of people sent me these. On top of that, he also sent me a blue hex paint job that looks just as well, and the reason why I like this one is because it takes the paint job or camo that's already in the game and just kind of adds to it. It's not super hard to create, but overall, it looks very good, and again, like I said, a lot of people sent this one in, but this was actually the first one I received, and in my opinion, it looks really, really good. Next up, we've got one by the Reptilian Potato, and this one's really great because it is Snorlax, and the reason why I like this one so much is kind of like the bullet bill one. The shape of the boxing gloves just works perfectly to make this one into Snorlax. You just make the background black, the foreground the belly of Snorlax, and it looks incredibly, incredibly well done. I really like to see this one, and again, all this really is just an excellent, excellent use of space. The next paint job we've got is by Eric Rodriguez, and on one boxing glove we've got SpongeBob, and on the other one we've got Patrick, and I thought this one, first of all, looked really good. I thought it was really well done and looked really great, but also I was really surprised I didn't see more stuff like this, and what I mean by that is there's two things that go together. Because you've got two boxing gloves, you're able to do two completely different paint jobs that don't really have to blend together. For example, this one's SpongeBob and Patrick. I'm surprised we didn't see more stuff like salt and pepper or peanut butter and jelly, but this one's the SpongeBob and Patrick I think worked out really well and definitely deserving of a spot on the list. Next up, we've got one by Alexi Riviera, and this one's really great. Now, if you don't know this is actually a reference to a pop culture thing from Rocky. Now, as you can see here, we've got one USA glove and then a glove for the USSR. Now, this was kind of the boxing match in one Rocky movie. However, Alexi Riviera, you put the wrong Rocky movie in the tweet, Alexi. You were so close. It was actually Rocky 4 that this one was in. And basically what it was is Rocky was fighting someone from the USSR, so the advertisement for the fight was the American boxing glove and the USSR boxing glove side by side, and that's what he created in this paint job. And overall, I just thought it was a really cool reference to something in pop culture. The next one here is by N97, a guy we've had on the show before, and N97 here he took kind of like the overall leather look and feel of the Prizefighters and added some barbed wire to them, and the reason why I love this one is it looks so realistic. Like, even the part where if you look at the top of the thumb, he blacked out the edge of the thumb, so it actually looks like that barbed wire is actually a little bit 3D going over to the top of that thumb, and just that little bit of detail makes it look so much more real and so much more realistic, and I love that. But overall, the depth and realisticness of this paint jobs is what makes it so high on this list. The next one here is by Sherbert Melon, a fellow YouTuber, and he makes a tutorial for all of his paint jobs and emblems he creates, so I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description. Now, this is an example of one that's not necessarily the perfect use of space. There's no reason why this couldn't be on any other weapon, really, but what this is just incredibly well done, incredibly detailed. The shading's great, the lighting's great, everything about it. It's a really cool cartoon of this kind of bomb-looking thing, wearing an army helmet with an angry face. Kind of reminds me of Worms, if you've ever played that game before. And then on the other side, on the other boxing gloves, he's got some bullets with clouds going on in the background. It looks really, really well done. And again, this one is just incredibly well executed, and that's what impressed me about it. Coming in at number 2, we've got one by Vileself, a guy we've had on the show many times before. He makes amazing, amazing paint jobs, and it's his use of space that always impresses me. So I'll leave a link to his YouTube down in the description as well. He also puts up tutorials on how to make these. Now, this one is a Wolverine Claw made out of the Prizefighter. It's a brilliant use of space. Like I said, that is what Vileself does the best. Just an awesome use of space. So from the shine of the actual blade itself on the knuckles to the hand and the fur on the hand itself, this is just incredibly well done. And again, with Vileself's paint jobs is the use of space and how just great of an idea this is for a weapon that wraps around someone's hand. So as always, Vileself, very, very well done. So guys, for the first time ever in these paint job videos history, this is going to be the first time where someone has actually been in a top 5 paint jobs video twice. It's happened in emblems before, but never in paint jobs. And this is again N97. And this is just an awesome, awesome idea. Again, great use of space and a really cool idea all in all. And what this is you can actually see the fist inside of the boxing gloves. And I think this is just so well done. If you didn't know, when doing art, when drawing, when painting, one of the hardest things to draw or paint in the world is a human hand. I don't know why, but that's like the only thing I remember from art class as a kid. And what he did, you can see in the hand, you can see the veins, you can see the striations, and you can see the individual fingers themselves done through shading and just overall good design. And overall, what I feel with this one is it's not only a fantastic idea because, well, the boxing gloves goes over your hand, so it's actually cool to actually see the hand itself, but on top of that, it's also incredibly, incredibly well executed, and I'm very, very impressed by this one. But as always, guys, you are completely allowed to disagree with me, and you can let me know down in the comment section below which one of these paint jobs was your favorite and which one you think deserves the #1 spot this week. Also, guys, like I said earlier, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, the best way to show me is by hitting that like button. The more likes a video gets, the more I am to make exactly like this one. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. You can check out my Twitch, Twitter, and second channel down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.